Fall asleep and dream in tonight's calm sleep story for adults that will help you get cozy and relax before bed. Finding yourself outside of Asheville, North Carolina, you may journey to the Blue Ridge Mountains in springtime as the wildflowers are in bloom, as the air is so clean. A storm comes in as you find refuge in a modern log cabin where the sounds of rolling thunder and falling rain hypnotize you into the perfect state for slumber. It's time to dream away. I would like to welcome you to Michelle's Sanctuary. My name is Michelle, and I am here to let you know that you are not alone. Many people struggle to find sleep, and I will do my best to help you ease into the comforting embrace of rest and respite, so you may more easily drift to sleep. As you are listening, you may think of my voice as that of a trusted friend who is here to help you and remind you of the creative powers of your imagination. You cannot control everything, but you can control your thoughts. So cuddle up, nestle down into your bed and beneath the comforts of your bedding and let go. Take in a deep breath and open your mouth lazily as you let your inhale turn into a yawn. Make a sound if that feels nice. And then sigh it out. Release it. Before you take in another deep breath, letting your belly rise. Before you slowly exhale, letting go as if breathing through a straw. And as you do, you visualize your breath condensing before you upon the misty mountain air of North Carolina. You have just arrived from Asheville, having enjoyed a scenic drive on the Blue Ridge Parkway, a 469-mile of ribbon of weaving highway through the landscape of the Blue Ridge and Smoky Mountains. And while you did not travel the entire stretch, you have journeyed long enough in a car that it feels nice to feel the cool spring air upon your face and to stretch your legs. Feeling your knees relax and your back stretch as you extend your arms overhead and take in a deep breath. Having enjoyed a big meal in town at a local outside stop, you long to walk around as this feeling of fullness in your belly settles. You are accompanied by a dog, your traveling companion, who is just as happy to break free from the car and circle you in excitement before waiting for you to lead her. You can feel the mist upon your face and within your lungs as you inhale and exhale. The air is resplendent with the fragrance of pine trees and balsam fir that feel tingly when you breathe. And your canine friend is enthralled by the new smells as she buries her nose into the pine needles on the ground, pushing them away from the earth as a few stick to her wet nose before she paws them away. Emerald green hills roll on in the distance and contrast the mountains that appear silvery blue beneath the incoming storm clouds overhead. There is a strong breeze that rustles the leaves of the deciduous trees and causes the evergreens to sway, their needles dancing like a young child sashaying in a green tutu. It is approaching dusk, but there is still enough light to navigate the property a bit further. You come upon a stream that bubbles and flows over slick ebony rocks and cuts through the forest as it cascades down the hill into the valley. Birds are taking cover in the lush trees, singing out their songs in warning of the weather on its way. While driving on the highway, the radio station relayed the message of the storm warning that indicated high winds and thunderstorms. Yet this warning felt perfect for the getaway you had in mind. You came to this retreat for the sake of sleeping and taking it easy for a few days, with times spent fireside with your favorite pup. You relish the idea of bunkering down in a safe cabin for the night. But for now, you continue to explore the forest, watching as a black squirrel runs across the mulch path and scales the weathered bark of an old tree before your dog takes notice. She pants and smiles, her tail wagging as she looks to the tree, and you both watch the squirrel perilously balance on tiny branches as it climbs further and further up towards the sky. For a moment you realize how collectively free you all feel, as if the weight of the city of Asheville and civilization is suddenly shed. As if you are free of judgment and task lists and expectations and anything that feels heavy or bothersome. You are truly present to this moment, to the sound of nature. The softest of rolling thunder may be heard in the distance, the birds still chirping in anticipation, the rustling of the leaves, and the sound of your dog's paws upon the damp earth in a calming patter. You watch as your dog goes to the stream and laps up the water, as you follow and dip your fingers into the cool ripples. You bring your fingers to your face and splash water upon it, enjoying the brisk sensation. You look to the sky through the canopy of branches overhead and see the storm clouds moving in. Darkness is settling in, and you feel a sensation of goosebumps, as if you have a sixth sense that the storm will soon arrive. A gust of wind picks up and rolls through the surrounding forest as you continue up the trail towards a summit. Your pup in tow, you come to a clearing of trees as a vantage point where you can see mountain peaks and lush valleys below you. There are a few cabins and homes that glow yellow from outdoor lights and fireplaces inside that you may see through windows, and plumes of smoke that create black trails across the sky. They swirl and travel on the breeze as you look to the plump purple-bellied storm clouds. Occasionally a flash of lightning brightens the horizon, like a camera flashing against stormy gray-black and marine blue strokes of color in the sky. You take in a deep breath before you turn back towards the cabin. Your pup meets your eyes. You feel the love that always comes when you see how she trusts you to guide her as you turn back onto the trail. You notice vibrant wildflowers that you did not see before, lining the path in shades of magenta and lilac and cornflower blue. Puffy tawny mushrooms grow around like the homes for tiny gnomes in fairy tales, and you think about how much they enlivened your imagination as a child. The first drops of rain begin to fall. Fat and sporadic, they splat upon the earth and leaves, and occasionally your face and the fur of your dog's back. The wind picks up, cooler and bringing in the front, that leaves the air with a bone-chilling dampness that causes you to hug yourself. You see the outline of your log cabin in the distance, with its vibrant cherry-stained luster made richer by the rain. The cabin is perched upon a rocky hill, and from a distance appears like a tree house nestled among the tops of the branches. You come to the driveway of the property and remove your bag from the trunk of the car, as well as a bag for your pup. You are grateful for the canopy of leaves that protects you from the rain as the sky opens up and the fat singular drops are replaced with a steady stream of rain. Your dog is excited and races around the stone driveway before joining you on the porch steps. You climb the stairs, feeling the wet fibers of the rustic log railing coming upon the porch. After entering a passcode into the lock, you open the door into the foyer and enter. Removing your shoes on a doormat, you see a sideboard upon which a card welcomes you for your stay. The interior of the home is expansive and large, with lofty ceilings from which industrial metal chandeliers hang, with incandescent candle-like bulbs that create a warmth when you turn them on. There is a cast iron wood stove that rests before a stone wall, lined with a mosaic of field stones in shades of burgundy and slate blue and beige. The stove burns pellets that warm the room. The dryness of the air helps bring comfort and warmth, replacing the feeling of the dampness in the outside air. You explore the open floor plan of the living room and dining area, noting the oversized couch and an antique chest that serves as a coffee table, piled with travel magazines. You can smell the pine wood of the cabin, and it gives you a memory of cuddling as a child by the fire. There is a bookshelf overflowing with travel books and literature, and they add a soft smell that reminds you of an old library. You run your fingers along the soft, weathered spines as your dog investigates, sniffing around the floor. Realizing she may be hungry, you locate her bag and take it to the kitchen area, adorned with modern stainless steel appliances and wooden cabinets. It feels clean and new, and yet also fits in with the rustic feeling of the forest. Filling a bowl with fresh water, filling the other bowl with her food, you feel her kind, imploring eyes upon you. You place the bowls both down, and she eagerly laps up the water before devouring her food. And it feels so good to have someone to take care of. It makes you feel needed. A series of French doors line the living area, with windows above that spread all the way to the ceiling and give a good vantage point for the stormy sky. It is now dark and gloomy as the rain streams down the glass windows, and you look out into the silhouette of the mountains, and you feel calm and safe, entranced by the rain as it streaks. Your eyes get bleary as your mind starts to drift into thought. And this feeling of safety gives you a portal to memories of the past, like a slideshow projected upon the glass. You see different points of your life, of summers gone by, camping or on holiday with friends or family. These memories play out before you on the glass, and you see yourself laughing. You feel the love created from these moments of togetherness and travel. As you stand in this moment of reflection, you feel the soft fur of your pup. She lays down upon your bare feet, warming them. You are brought back to the present, watching as the trees sway in the breeze. They are tall and strong and solid, and yet yielding to the wind when necessary, and that affords them longevity. And so too, flexibility and going with the flow when it is right affords you longevity and peace of mind. You take your bag feeling quite sleepy and heavy as you continue along the doors to the main bedroom. The floor plan is unusual. in a part of the room that juts out over a small cliff, so it feels as if you are in the middle of the trees. A king-sized bed is placed in this area. It's like a white cloud that floats through the branches. And floor-to-ceiling glass windows form the 3 walls of this sleeping nook, as the wood-paneled ceiling above has skylights. Water falls on the glass from the storm, and it almost feels as if you are within a waterfall from the bed's vantage point. Lightning flashes in the sky, and you hear the soft rumble of thunder in the distance, echoing through the valley. The rest of the master suite has an open plan, with a claw-foot bathtub towards the back of the room, surrounded by shades that may be closed for privacy. Dimly lit track lights run across the angled ceiling, creating just enough light for you to feel relaxed and to prepare for bed. You grab a toothbrush and a tube of natural peppermint toothpaste. You go to a small sink in the corner of the room. Like the rest of the house, there is a flow and openness to the room. You splash water on your face and grab a bar of locally produced cedarwood soap and wash your hands and face, inhaling the musky aroma. You then brush your teeth, enjoying the tingling sensation of cool mint upon your palate. You catch your gaze in the reflection of the mirror, and you look healthy and vibrant, your face glowing from the cold water and fragrant soap. And you take in a deep breath and then let it all out. And when you look into your eyes, you see the you that has always been there. The glint of liveliness, the thread through time that has maintained a part of you, the you that you always feel is there. And you take this moment, feeling grounded as your bare feet rest upon the cool wooden floors of the room, feeling as rooted as the evergreen trees that sway outside the cabin. You sense your strength and inner fortitude. And while tired, it is still there. The feeling of aliveness. And it is this thread of you that you may meet on the other side of the bridge between your waking and sleeping life. You will find dreams that connect you with the deepest parts of you and allow you to find restoration and to sort out all that you wish to understand. Dreams that will give you guidance towards what you are longing for and desire. You go to your bag and remove a pair of flannel pajamas that smell freshly laundered and have been properly worn in for optimal comfort. You feel the cool buttons of the sleeping shirt. Put it on and then pull up the pants, tightening the belt around your waist. It feels so good to be you and in this body right now. A clap of thunder ensues, and you look to your pup, who is always there seeking your guidance and approval. And you lovingly pet her, assuring her that you are safe in spite of the storm. There is a black cast iron wood stove on the opposite wall that turns on with the flip of a switch. And suddenly orange flames erupt and warm the room as you listen to the crackling of the wood pops and fire. It reminds you of times you have gathered around a fire pit with those you love. Your pup is entranced by the flickering flames, drawn to the warmth of the wood stove. You stand beside her and for a moment watch the fire glow. You are both entranced. A feeling of sleepiness sets in, and it's time to go to bed. You feel heavy as you walk towards the bed that beckons you, listening as the rain falls upon the windows and skylights. A flash of lightning brightens the room as you dim the lights on your way to the bed. The bed is low to the floor, modern and plush, and your pup waits for an invitation to join you, always respectful to your guidance. You encourage her to come up as you peel back the comforter and sheets and climb into the bed. You rest your head upon the pillows and look up to see the rain above and the tops of the trees, feeling like you are a baby robin, safe and cozy within the nest your mother built. You feel the soft fur of your pup, listening as she breathes in and out, and you feel her warmth. You place your head on her chest for a moment to hear the beating of her heart as you cuddle and are grateful to have such a loyal companion in this ever-changing world. The smells of the wet rain and forest floor marry the smells of the cabin and burning wood. Life is cozy right now as you allow the rolling thunder and sounds of rain to lull you into a sleep. Hibernating in the forest for the night, among the protected Blue Ridge Mountains and rolling hills. You are safe. You are at ease. You are free to drift to dreams of the deepest and most healing sleep that the night may offer. time for restoration. And when you awaken, no matter how much time has eclipsed in your sleeping life, you will feel refreshed and ready to begin again. Knowing after every storm, the sun will shine again, that above the clouds, the light is still there. And so too, amid the stormiest moments in your life, they will pass. And beyond the challenges and strife, your light is still shining, shining within you. And when times are stormy, it's okay to just go deep within and bunker down and wait it out. And tonight, cuddled with your furry friend, you may enjoy the lulling sounds, drifting further and further away from my voice as you cross the threshold to your dreaming life. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finding respite, finding peace, finding grace, finding sleep. It's time to dream away. Good night.